Greetings, human. You have successfully summoned an Incubus. If you are a repeat client, you already know how this works. Hello again, darling. I see you got the circle right. Well done. I had faith, given how accurately you drew the last circle. And that thing was far less likely to work. Well, borderline impossible. My custom circle, however. I'm quite pleased with how it looks. And the benefit of having your own custom summoning circle is I don't have to wait for you to break me out of it. Honestly, those old circles are a death trap. Having to wait for the summoner to let us go free. Created far too unlikely the chance of someone getting abducted. But with these, I can simply step out and get a good look at you. Been a while, hasn't it? Well, I do have plenty of clients. I get quite booked up. Still, you got the circle right. You booked the appointment, summoned me at the correct time. So far, all the signs are proving that you can follow instructions and orders, which is quite the requirement of mine. Let me refresh myself. Not that I could hardly forget you, the first person to accidentally summon me. Quite refreshing, having someone not know who I am. But now I trust that you've been on the Concubine website. I did sign you up for it last time. Surely you've seen my face plastered all over it by now. Got more of an idea of who you're dealing with. Good. Ask away. You're wondering why, given my reputation and popularity, being one of, if not dare I say, the highest rated dominant on the side. Well, I meant what I said. It was oddly intriguing to have someone not know who I was. Not be groveling or overly in awe. And usually my clients tend to be a bit more experienced than you. In every sense of the word. And not only are you lacking in physical experience, but you'd never even gone on the site before. Now, don't see it as kind, merely it would have been an awful shame if you'd had given the ancient summoning circle you got to work that randomly summons any incubus, concubus. You could have ended up with someone who would have taken advantage. If I could prevent that, then... You think that's kind? Well... I'm not known as mean, and I do pride myself on trying to educate people on proper, safe practices. Fine. You can call it a kindness. I can call it a charity case. Whatever makes you sleep better at night. Merely, don't let the word get around that I'm picking up clients on the fly. Normally, people on a wait list go through quite the rigorous screening process. You just happen to catch my eye. Caught my attention. That doesn't often happen. Not that I'm saying my regular clients are boring, merely I don't spend much time with them outside of the bedroom. But we're making an exception for you, given I want you to be fully prepared. And given that we're working on building up your confidence and sense of self-worth, no doubt included. So, you booked the appointment. You did the summoning correctly. I do hope you did everything else I demanded of you. As I said, I only take on board people who can follow orders. Those who want to be good for me. I don't take on brats. If someone wants to submit to me, then they can do it when I demand, not on their own schedule. Some people are into that, and that's fine. Some people like when there's a bit of a fight. I don't like being ignored or having to ask twice. So, which I hope you've realized, given that, well, now we've connected on Concubite, I do hope you've looked at my profile. I have most everything on it public. My information, my preferences, my do's and don'ts, hard limits, etc. And what you'll have seen of my client list is merely a glimpse. And people can choose to have their clients. Rather, I should say, the concubus they have their contracts with, they can choose to be shown publicly on their profiles as a client or not. Not everyone wants the public to know who they're sleeping with. Everyone has a right to their privacy. But some like to be publicly shown on my page. It makes them feel special. Given I'm quite selective about my client list and so highly rated. It's almost like a badge of honor for them, I suppose. Something to show off. I certainly don't mind showing off my pets. They're such lovely things, as I'm sure you will be. Now, other than looking at my profile, I do hope you have completed what you failed to last time. And you only failed to complete it last time because you didn't know it was a requirement since you didn't go through the proper channels. But you do have your list, don't you? Of your own preferences, giving you a new client and all. Thank you. You remembered I preferred a written list. Some merely go off what's on one's profile or are willing to have someone tell them verbally. I prefer something that I can refer back to. Don't want to forget anything, and whilst the list on your profile should be exact, honest, not missing anything off, and you can make your list private or only viewable to those you have contracts with, in which case, purely myself, still some can be shy, and I know you're shy. So, the written list in person is to account for anything you may have felt too embarrassed to include on your profile. Just to ensure things match up. And you organised them into soft limits and hard limits. Well done. Shorter than most people's, but we already established you aren't quite knowledgeable in this field. I appreciate you've actually listed things, but I think we'll also be doing some exploring together, shall we call it. Now, of course, you don't have to be into everything off my list, just as I don't have to be into everything as yours, but as long as there is some overlap, then we're compatible. If everything you wanted to do were things I was not comfortable with, or vice versa, these meetings wouldn't be continuing. But I see I was right. Well, in assuming that... no offense, darling, but that you're, at least for now, leaning towards the submissive side. If you ever want to explore switching or dominating others, it won't be with me. I am purely dominant, as we've established. But there are plenty of other concubus on the website who are submissive. Just as I have many clients. I hold no exclusivity over you. I require you to tell me if and when you start relations or contracts with anyone else. Especially if it's a serious relationship. I do not partake in cheating or affairs. Polyamory is about being honest. So, you merely need to tell me, so I'm aware, and also just safety. If you're having intimate relations with someone else, your other partners deserve to know, from frankly just a health standpoint. But given how shy you are, I can always help you make connections if you wanted to try dominating someone else. I could even introduce you to some other ones of my pets. And some of them are quite fond in group play sessions. If you ever wanted to dominate someone else under my guidance, I've got a few clients who'd be down to help you. Well, I'd be helping you learn, they'd merely be on the receiving end. Well, while you stand there looking flustered, we'll tuck that away for much later. Hardly think we're there yet. Besides, we're not engaging in any activities today. Not of that sort. I did say this in our texts. Darling, I want to make sure that you are fully aware and comfortable before we go into taking this any further. Besides, we don't have you looking the part yet. That's what today is about. Well, you're entitled, of course, to your own sense of style and fashion, but I like my pets to look well kept. And given that you're giving me all of your lovely energy so that I don't starve to death, you'll find that when you're good, I like to pay you in return. By dressing you up, darling, amongst other things. Especially if we're going to actually get a proper profile picture of you on the site. Goodness. You're still using that photo of the plant I took for you. I mean, props on the plant still being alive, I see, but it was sort of meant to be temporary. We'll work on that, and I want to check that you've actually filled out the rest of your profile. Well, yes, I could see it online anytime I please, but I also want to take a look at it while being logged out, just to ensure you have all the settings right. And, darling, my free time is not to use to check over your profile. I have other clients, and I have my own free time. So, I'll be looking over that. If you'll allow, which I do see you didn't put any makeup on as I requested. I'd like to doll you up a bit. Again, nothing against your own styles if you're very adverse to certain products, colours, whatever. But if I'm going to be seen out with you, you're going to look how I want. You're free to dress however you like when you're on your own, but again, if you're going to be one of my pets, when you're out with me, you're going to look like one of my pets. You're signing up for me to own you, in a way. Of course, you're still your own free person, and you can terminate the contract whenever you like. But when you're with me, I'm in charge of everything. So, we're going to take you out shopping. And get your measurements taken. Perhaps get you fitted already. Well, every single one of my pets has a cuff and collar set. It's sort of a requirement to wear at least the collar. The cuffs as well when we're more... and when they're more unclothed. You did agree to this. I sent you the rest of the contract details. You are comfortable, correct? Ah, this is merely your nerves. It's not unusual for people to be nervous, though I'll be honest, I've not had someone quite as meek as you. Normally, by the time people approach me, they've already had other contracts with other incubus, concubus, succubus before. I'm not often someone's first. It's quite novel. And given that, not only will I be your first concubus, but your first everything. I plan on making it enjoyable for you, and taking a little extra care. Of course, I'm careful with all my pets, but I feel you will need a little more time invested in you. I certainly don't mind. I did say I don't pick favourite clients, and you certainly shouldn't go into any contract hoping to be someone's favourite or hoping to turn someone exclusive, especially given that, well, concubuses need to eat. And unless you want to be exhausted all the time, we would have to look elsewhere. But, regardless, I'm going into this sort of contract and expecting that you can seduce me into loving you. Not only is dangerous for you, and probably get your feelings hurt, but also it's just not exactly fair on us. As I said, the majority of concubines tend to be on the demi-romantic side of things. More of us aromantic than you lot are. Not a majority, but a good portion. What am I? Now why would you need to know that? Hoping to seduce me, are we? I don't share personal information like that with clients. No. I bring that up to say, well, I don't take favorites. As I say, I'm prepared to invest a little more time in you. I'll say this, you are the most interesting. Wasn't expecting to find any client this fascinating. Well, take that as a compliment, I suppose. This list looks fine. I'm sure we'll be adding to it as we get to know each other better. Let me put this away. What? No, I didn't destroy it. I suppose to you it looks as though it burned. I merely transported it back to my home. How much do you know about concubi? You have done more research since we last met. Good. Should have done that before you summoned me in the first place, but alright. Anyway. To business. Pull up your profile. On your phone. Hand it here. Thank you. I suppose it sounds like a lot to do. Check your profile, give you a little makeover and take you out shopping. Why, did you have something else on today? Something more pressing than spending time with me? I did tell you it could take a while. Oh, sweet thing. You worried about me being busy. Cute. Rest assured, I'm fully aware that today could take a while. You're my last appointment of the day. Yes, I'm aware that it's midday. I booked all the rest of the day off for this. Why do you seem surprised? I said I'd take my job seriously. You don't get to be in the top 10 of creators without taking good care of your clients. I get the feeling this isn't about me. Rest assured, I would not be choosing to spend time with you if I needed to be elsewhere. And whoever in your life made you feel as though you are a burden on them or taking up too much of their time, sounds like they weren't worthy of your time. Let's look here. Again, the profile picture we will be changing. Again, doesn't have to be your face if you don't want your face to be public. Though it would be easier if it were, merely so I can easily recognize you. But, again, as I say, something that you feel reflects you. And, look, if you merely don't want your photos online, each to their own. But may I presume that at least part of the reason you're hesitant is because you think photos of you don't look that good? Not a mind reader, darling, just been around enough of your kind. Though, of course, incubi in any species can be insecure. It just tends to be that I think it comes more often with you humans, given that, no offense, your species doesn't have the history of being the most accepting. And quite mean to others that have differences. Not all of you, of course. If it purely is a privacy thing, I will not push it. But if this comes from you not thinking you're attractive enough to put your photo on online and have people see it, especially if you're worried to have it public on my list of clients, may I offer to work on that? I did say I was here to also help build your confidence up. That includes your self-confidence about your appearance, not just attitude. And look, the majority, if not all, of the profile pictures of my clients are photos that I took of them. You didn't think it was just a coincidence how matching they all looked. No, of course, not all of them. Some of them have contracts with other concubines, just not myself, and perhaps one of their other dominants wanted their picture. I don't take offense at not being someone's priority. But a lot like to use the collars I have crafted for my pets as a symbol of pride. As I say, I only take on clients who I think are worthy of my time, who are special, who are good people, alright? And attractive too. So, once this little trip is done with, I would be happy to take a picture for you. You don't have to use it, but I'd like it at least for my collection. Alright? Your list does seem to match up. I'm sure I can imagine how flustered you were when publishing it. But it is information that I need to know. So thank you. Let's see what else. All right. You filled this out pretty well, I'll give you that. Good. Proving to me more and more each second that you can follow orders. Here's your phone back. Now, let me look at you. Humans are so tiny. Not you personally. I mean, even the tallest human doesn't come close to the tallest Incubus. No, when I measure my height, I don't include the horns. That would be quite cheating, wouldn't it? So I don't see why I should have to exclude them. They are part of me. Yes, I can feel the things. They have nerve endings. It's not soft like flesh, but... I'm not really sure what I can compare it to that you lot have. It's not like hair, you know. I can feel when you touch it. It can be quite sensitive. It's a hard coating, but perhaps similar to if someone pressed down on your fingernail. Doesn't feel like the best comparison, but though the nail itself doesn't have any nerve endings, everything underneath it does. I brought things with me. What do you say? You let me put a little bit of makeup on you. If you don't like wearing a full face of makeup, you don't have to. We don't have to do foundation, concealer, all that. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to wear makeup, though I think a bit of eyeliner would look quite nice on you. I would be tempted to put purple on you, in fact. And then we'll pick out something from your wardrobe that I don't find atrocious. Again, not judging or throwing out your clothes, but I want you to look smart when you're with me. I'll take you out shopping to where I usually go. I doubt you've ever been there. We can get you some clothes. I'll even let you pick out a couple pieces that you like that I won't approve of. But who knows, perhaps our taste will be closer than I think. And get you something sheer, I think. And a robe. All my pets deserve to be comfortable. Is it too early to buy you lingerie? I think not. We can at least have a browse. And then... to get your cuffs and collar fitted. It's alright if that sounds intimidating. You don't have to wear the cuffs, ankle and wrists, anytime soon. But I do sort of require that you wear the collar when you're with me. You don't have to the rest of the time, though if you would like to wear it when you're not with me, you're free to. Help you feel my presence when I'm not around. Remind you that you are wanted. And you belong to someone. Because as much as you are a client, I would not take on a client that I didn't find attractive, or that I didn't find to be a likable person. So, it's nothing much, it's black, so it goes with everything. And silver hardware, that's not a problem. Purple on the inside, comfortable, soft lining. And of course the engraving. Well, property of me, of course. As I say, some of my clients do have contracts with other concubus, but when you're with me, you shouldn't be thinking of them. You can have other people's collars if you want, but when you're with me, you'll wear mine. Whilst you're free to be with other people, when you're with me, I do not share. Unless, of course, you're playing with my other pets. That's different. You have gorgeous lips. Quite soft. I'm sure I can turn you into something even more wonderful than you already are. What's that? What if you didn't want to take on contracts with others? Well, that's more than fine. Some of my clients are exclusive with me. Or some of them... I'm their only concubus they have a contract with, but they do have an actual life romantic partner, or multiple. Or some are entirely single and also see me, which you would fit into that category. And this probably sounds wrong, so don't repeat it, but I do have an awful soft spot when they're exclusive with me. Or at least, don't have contracts with anyone else. That they're giving themselves over entirely to me, at least in certain aspects of their life, or with certain preferences they have that they don't indulge with their partner. Now, I suppose in your case, you will be giving everything over to me, exclusively. At least for now, though, again, I take no offense if you want to take on partners or other contracts, though given your lack of experience, I would suggest at least waiting until we've gone over the basics. I would hate for you to get a bit too overexcited and end up tumbling into bed with someone who, at worst, doesn't listen to your boundaries, and at best, listens but you're unable to properly communicate those boundaries. You need to be honest with any person that you take into your bed, just as they need to be honest with you. I want to make sure you're in a position where you are able to communicate what you want, what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with, to make sure you're not scared to stand up for yourself. make sure you have the confidence to speak up when you're uncomfortable. Because, well, one, if you have a partner or contract with someone you don't feel comfortable saying no to, you frankly shouldn't be around them. But if you have someone, take myself for instance, who would instantly stop the moment you safe word it out, and would constantly check in with you, it's still up to you to be honest with me. If I ask, if you're comfortable, you need to say no if you're not. Not be stuck in your head worried about disappointing me, because I will only be disappointed if you lie to me. Alright? You signed the contract now. You do what I say. You communicate your boundaries. You respect mine. And above all, you are honest and do not lie to me. That last rule comes before anything else. If I order you to do something and you are not comfortable with it, you will tell me. It does not count as breaking that rule, alright? You being honest with what you're comfortable with comes above anything else. I order people around because it's fun for both of us. It's not fun for both of us if you're not enjoying it. Alright, let me grab my makeup bag then. That got a little heavy, but given your inexperience, it's worth the reminder. Let me doll you up a little, and then I'll take you out. Get to show you off for the first time. And then perhaps you'll let me put some of the clothes on you once we get back here. Collar you for the first time. And get you that new profile picture taken. Well, you can see how you feel after we've taken the photo. You might just change your mind when you see how ravishing I can make you look. Not that you aren't already. Well then, let me get my bag, and we'll begin. Thank you all so much for watching, my lovelies. Please check out my recent community post. I am co-hosting a donathon on Twitch with my partner in order to raise money for her sudden dental bill. The full bill is $3,500, and anything we raise above that amount will go towards my moving out fund, as my moving out donathon has had to be cancelled in place of this. The donathon will start April 10th and will be over multiple days on both our Twitch accounts. Due to it being a donathon event, as we raise more money, rewards for you will be unlocked, including activities done on stream, giveaways, new stickers, karaoke, and more. Please send all donations to Julia Boo on Ko-fi, that's JuliaB00. And if you can't donate, just coming along to the streams or helping boost awareness of them would really mean a lot. Please be aware both our Twitch accounts are 18+ only. Our Twitch accounts are The Vampire Prince and Julia_Boo, that's JuliaB00 on Twitch. A reminder that I have a Patreon. If everyone who subscribed to me gave just £1 a month, that would help me out a lot, allow me to move out and keep making audios in a safer environment. Rewards of being a patron of mine include access to my Discord, ad-free streaming and downloads of my audios, 2 exclusive spicy audios every month with at least 1 picked from your requests if you join the top fledgling tier, and more. I also stream on Twitch most Fridays, Saturdays and Mondays, and I have an Etsy shop called Empty Masks where I sell original art and fan art. My Etsy also has stickers and other merch of my audio original characters under the Vampire Prince section of my shop. My art commissions are currently open, audio commissions are currently closed. A thank you to my patrons, my fledglings, Cello Moon, Lauren Lovett, Sazzy NK, Ebony Void, Fruit Island, Rain Cloud, Ciel, Nestquick, Nerd Herder, Ollie Mac, Rice Puffs, Ruby Red Gem, Carrion, Livia Nacito, Euronotti, Asterash, Percy, Hell, The Solicus, Tiffany Boyer, Void, Zoe Madder, River Heights Puff, Joanna Cole, Roses in Blue, Ray Carts, Ray, Emily, Sweet Jade, A, Tisness, Kit, N, MX Pinksuit 230, Tsukiyomi, Emery, Folkloren, Zornembi, 675309, Goth Muppet, Peachy, Pumpkin Pie 32, Nicole Thompson, Dyla, Valkyrie Ace, Despair, Caitlin Mitchell, Faith, Lessandrellis, Dawn Robin, Persephone Black, Lady D, Brooks Love for Music, Love the Ixie, Beautiful Thorns, Cecilia, Fern, Persephone Porris, Oracle of BS, Seo, Doomfrog, Q the Cats, Alpaca Avalanche, Philip Dameron, Steph, Astoria CI, Chris Hickman, Mark, Sam Hellwolf, Fallon Room, Demonics Anxiety, Deanna, Jam, Ethereal Viking, Whipples, Jas, Emily, Vic, Nye, Ablissin, Amara Keen, Alyssa, Josie Moser, Pluto, The Sleeping Poet, Journey Burrows, Silly Gay Goober, Bo, Nex, Goober, Bellwether, Pychan 13, Asta Sarah, Rowan the Hunter, Jay, Verducta Valkyra, Shelbs, True Starshine, Capu Cup 7, Felia, Strawberry Jam, Delith, Incognita, Zelkova Salts, Irrelevant Listener, Freak of Nature, Stink Noodle, Desi Fowl, Lewin, Tea Time, Ace of Hearts, Sister of War, Luna, Not Morgan, Gabrielle Simpkins, Riot Control Camp, Charlie, Celia W, Boop, Bookstore Cryptid, Joelle McRae, Wisteria Song, Max Little Spoons, J. Aries, Ace, Delirious, Raven G, L.E.B, Skybound, Sunny, Dak and Luke, Jordan Ratliff, Julie Birdsley, Miles, David Moser, Vanny, Verge, Willow Arens, Insomnia, Trash Gremlin, Lindsay Houston, Coffee Pot Cat, Live La Hell, Orf, Tokograve 3, Momo99, Mad Hatter, Grim Bean, Maypop, Collective Unit System, Jamie, Piers, Foxboy, Alex B, Maria Viria, Mango, Alira G, Marco 01, M, Mason, Warner Yako, Dal, Planet MB, Katie, Briar Fell, Lady Dark, Maria Davis, Jania, Oh No It's Joe, Jordan, PT, Daniel Wolf, Peachy Sakura, Crested Blossom, Elixir, X Profane X, Abby Cat 16, Charlie Rose, Skylar Sheridan, I Am My Family's Loki, Olivia Osman, Hell Dragon Queen, Elizabeth, Cassius, Iceberg, Avery, Artemis Emeritsu, Tulip Tulipson, Ember Rain, Fishy 78, Golden New, Plant Cato, Frosh, The Silent Star, L, Kyle, Undercover Clown, Chrissy, Jasna Jopar, Wolf with a Book, Primrose Path, Ducky, Bob Zed, Bumble Baby, Silently Chaotic, Error, Dex, Icor 111, Swirly Sultana, Ghostly Lurker, Masochist, L, Untrustworthy Narrator, Rinstorm, Will, Lucian, Jungle Book, Seppi Day, Finn, Blue Frame, Bumpkin, Effie, Mixed Murder, Phil the Caffeinated Crow, Jonoxt, Molly, Hero, Owlbear Obsessed, Quinn, Etel, The Kraken, Cat, The Master of Tea, Ren, Marina, Cat, Ghostflower, 6 Rabbits, Red Raccoon, Pexi RMW, Red Velvet Rose, Rowan Torquil, Fantasy Princess, ASDF, Tiffany Sonotti, Ambrose, Midnight Whisper, Antichrist Socialite, Daniel D. Desjardins, Chaos Fox, Kyan Panthera, Senunos, Winter and Bone Zero, Ash, Sumere, Fulagina, Naj, Lysander, Black Seraphim 7, Ozzy, Heaven, Sequoia, Emily, Ash, Adventurous Winter, Kiara, Ebley, Felix, Screeching Trash Goblin, Sam, Actually Static, Chris 07, Little Adventurer, Lost in Space, Max, Alex, Lavender Lucius, Green Blue, Pip, Elle's Collection of Teeth, Teal Orange, Angelus, Sforzi, Rachni, Caspi is Here, Alex Senpi, Sakura the Neko, Lilu Boy, Luna Moth, Emily Aylor, Leg, Yag6 Connor, Bram Shelley, Bloody Wren, Grayson, Ren Person, Cinny Bunny, Rose Cat, Liam Alvarez, Blue Cheese Cactus, Night Howler 1605, Lex Frazier, Hack, Has, HM, Necromania, Ari, Vexen Hexed, Nori, Mothman, Gremlin Do Art, Cobalt, Obscure Oni, Venice E. Warren, Fee R08, Trinity M, Vivi, Teddy, Daisy Jones, Sky, Al Jester, Alistair, Spooky Quest, Catastrophe 1742, Don't Mind Me, Morgan Briers, Mushy Shroom 82, Blue, Alec Rums, Mingus Owen, Jay the Bat, Heather Larkin, Becca, The Shin, Jaden the MB, Mandy Dauntless, Caitlin Miskley, Jay Hartley, E, CC, Banshee, Fluffy Dutchy, Spirit Baker, Pigafic, Alina Shagina, Jaden Rose, Lena Vanessa Aberhart, Catherine Kaywood, Solacer, and Jack. And a thank you to my familiars, Saladuria, Blue, Spatial Oddities, Jocelyn, Annie Alice, Emily Donut, Haley Lawrence, NA, B, Rockin' Robin 93, Jackie L, Tusclay, and Emma Stone.